That would be terrible. How could somebody do that? I don't know, but Judas did it. But you know what? We find out that it's all just part of God's plan. Egg number 3. Egg number 3. I have to know what's in egg number 3. I want to eat egg number 3. There's more food in egg number 3. There's a cracker in egg number 3. You can't eat it. Again, no food. Well, there's a cracker in a cup. What do you think the cracker in the cup represent? Eating and drinking. You're right! Bart got one right. It's unusual for him. Hey, I heard that. Yeah, I know. But that represents the last meal that Jesus had with his friends. You know, Jesus had a supper, the Last Supper we call it, and he sat down to eat with his friends, and he showed them something. He said that the bread represented his body, that he was going to give his life to pay for our sins, and the cup represented his blood he was going to shed for our sins. Let's see what's in the next egg. I'm so excited I have to know. Egg number 4. Ooh, that's a pretty egg. There are praying hands on green paper. I think the green paper symbolizes plants. Oh, Bart, you got one right again, kinda. Jesus prayed that night, the night of the Last Supper, in the Garden of Gethsemane. That is a big fancy word. It's just the name of the garden. It's like going to Harkness Gardens, except it was different gardens. And Jesus was praying there, and that's where they arrested Jesus. Why would they arrest Jesus? He didn't do anything wrong. That's true, he didn't do anything wrong, but it was all part of God's plan. Next egg.
There's ice.
Oh, this is getting scarier. That's right, this is getting scary because that's a piece of leather and they used a whip and they beat Jesus. That's not very nice. Are we supposed to beat up our friends? No, no. But the mean people that arrested Jesus were beating him with a whip. That was a terrible thing. Let's move on to the next egg. The story's got to get better, right? I hope so. This is a really depressing story. Why are you telling this story? Well, it's the story of Easter. But don't worry, Easter's a good day. We just have to get past Friday first. That's a thorn. This is not story getting better. No. No, the story doesn't get better quite yet. In fact, they took a crown of thorns and put it on Jesus' head. Anybody here ever got stuck in a pricker bush?
Oh yeah,
feel good, does it? I've done that before. Well, that must not have felt good for Jesus. Next egg. I don't like this story. I'm sorry, Bart. A nail. You are the worst storyteller ever. The story gets better, I promise. I promise, I promise. But then they nailed Jesus to a cross. A lot of times we see people, they wear crosses on their necks, and it helps them remember that Jesus died on the cross. We have to find out why, though. Next egg. When does it get better? Soon. Soon, Bart. Very soon. Very soon. The next egg. Dice. Yep, there was a casino at the cross. Not exactly, but the soldiers at the cross were gambling for Jesus' clothes. They even took his stuff. And they were gambling for it. So that's what the dice represents. Next egg. Well, that's slightly better than the nail. Sponge. Sponge? I think that just got lost in there from when I was cleaning my kitchen. No, Bart, that's not from cleaning your kitchen. When Jesus was on the cross, he was thirsty, and they put some stuff on a sponge, some liquid, and put it up to his lips to give him a drink. Oh, I want to get to the good stuff. Okay, next egg. We're almost to the last egg. We're getting closer and closer. A white cloth. Well, all right, here's the last bad part of the story. Jesus died on the cross.
No.
And so they took him down and they wrapped him up and they buried him in a tomb. That's what that white cloth represents. And I think we're about to get to a really good egg. Is there another egg before the really good egg? Let me see. Open that up. Oh, I lied. We got one more bad egg. You are making my day unhappy. Oh, a stone. A stone. What do you think they did with the stone? I don't know. Make my day better. Okay, well, they buried Jesus in a tomb, and back then, they didn't bury people in the ground usually. They would often put them in a cave and roll a big stone over the door. Oh, well, that makes sense. Get to the good egg. Okay, Bart, I'm getting to the good egg. This is the last egg. What will be in the last egg?
There's nothing in the last egg.
What kind of story is this?
Well, Bart, can you think of a reason there's nothing in the last egg?
No, other than you are a bad storyteller. Bad.
Well, Bart, I'm going to cheer you up. The empty egg is all about Easter.
The empty egg was put there by a bunny?
Now, Bart, I like candy as much as the next guy, I tell you what. And if you find any eggs that don't have candy in them, that was probably my fault, so sorry. But no, the empty egg represents that Jesus didn't stay dead.
What do you mean he didn't stay dead?
He came back to life on the very first Easter.
That sounds nuts. People don't come back to life.
Well, you're right. Normally people do not come back to life.
That's right, they don't come back to life.
Well, how could Jesus do that?
Ninja.
Oh,
Jesus is not a ninja. But that's a good answer. Jesus is even better than a ninja. Jesus is God.
so Jesus could come back to life.
That's right. And because Jesus was stronger than death, and Bart, I'm going to put you away because you need a snack. Hello, semi-truck. We're going to give the semi-truck 3 seconds before I close up here. Thank you, Emily. Good job. High five. Nice mustache. I heard a rumor I'm getting one of those mustaches after the egg hunt. Yeah. They don't pay me enough. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to close with, one, an invitation. We would love to see you all tomorrow at Easter. That would be great. Our main service is at 10:45. You have a list of all the stuff going on tomorrow on the back of your little sheet that we gave you. But the hope of Easter